research scientists here at IBM. Our research agenda is around visualization of data, data visualization. More specifically, we're interested in democratizing visualization. So that means bringing it out to the web and making it available to everyone and anyone.
One of the things that we're doing right now is a sort of a big online experiment called Many Eyes. And this is kind of the living laboratory that we're using to do a lot of our research. It's a site online that anyone can go to. It's up in public, and for free, you can put your data up and visualize it. So you can, if you have an Excel spreadsheet sitting around with something of interest, or you can write something up in a little word processor, you can just put it on our site, and then you can apply a bunch of, fairly sophisticated visualizations to see if you can see new things in it.
Basically, half of our brain is hardwired for vision. Vision is the biggest bandwidth that we have in terms of sensory information to the outside world. So what visualization is doing is that it's just taking advantage of the fact that we are so programmed to understand the world around us in terms of what we see.
I think the best way for people to learn about visualizations is to make them. It's the same way that people learned about typography and desktop publishing by actually having at their hands a whole bunch of fonts to try. And there were some ugly results at first, but now people are actually pretty good at it.
The thing that you're trying to do with visualization, where you're taking data that may be very basic, may be very mundane, and instead you're trying to turn it around and turn it into something that's a little bit different, or put a different perspective on it outside of just this sense of, well, it's a lot of numbers and it's very complicated, and what can we do to kind of either get across that sense of wonder, or more important for me personally is trying to get people more curious about the particular topic. The thing is, for visualization, we actually need it to be a lot more like art and a lot more like writing than we do right now, where it's a lot about programming and a lot about, sort of the visual aesthetic of how it looks, as opposed to what we're actually conveying and, the way that we can actually do that, what's actually effective.
So yeah, what I'm going to show you guys is a bunch of data visualization software that I've written. Basically, I write computer software that takes a bunch of different types of data and turns it into something that we can relate to easier. This is one of the first data visualization projects I worked on. This is looking at air traffic over North America for a 24-hour period. So I think it's one thing to say, there's 140,000 planes in the sky above us, and that kind of registers, but at the same time, if you can see the kind of ebb and flow of the system, you can make insights about population distribution, about the infrastructure, about kind of the decisions that are being made by air traffic controllers. And this is a more granular data set looking in specifically at Florida. This is the blue represents higher altitude and white represents lower. So you can actually see the ways that airplanes are taking off and landing in different regions. So that's Florida. This is Southern California. Get the no-fly zone in Nevada and Los Angeles and San Francisco. This is Atlanta, which is kind of a major shipping hub. So all the FedEx packages and coming into one location. This is New York, and you can see kind of the chaos that air traffic controllers are dealing with in that region. It's like heavy flows.